हेलो गाइस, वेलकम टू वाइस आई टी सेलेनियम इंट्रोडक्शन सेशन। एंड आज हम लर्न करेंगे कि हाउ वी कैन यूज सेलेनियम टू जस्ट स्टार्ट अ ब्राउजर एंड नेविगेट इट। सो वी विल नॉट यूजिंग जस्ट सिंपल सेलेनियम कमांड्स, बट विल बी यूजिंग अ सेलेनियम वेब ड्राइवर ऑब्जेक्ट एंड हम उसके साथ यूज करेंगे मेवन एंड इंटेलिजे। सो our first step would be using IntelliJ IDEA. So why we'll be using IntelliJ and not Eclipse? Because IntelliJ is very easy if you compare it with Eclipse, and its learning curve also is very good. So आप बहुत जल्दी learn करेंगे इसको, and it provides a lot of inbuilt functionality that will help you in creating your project with much easy pace. Okay, so let's get started. So our first step would be downloading IntelliJ community version, and then we'll create a Maven project. So Maven is used industry-wide as a project management tool, and it is used in a lot of projects, and it's the best tool if we want to create our automation project. So this is the project management tool. तो हमें ये help करता है to download different dependencies for the project, and in simple words it will make your life easy while creating a project, because lot of things it will manage by itself. So I'll show you when we'll start this. And the third step we'll be covering today is to run a browser. So we'll be running browser through Selenium. So let's start, guys. So just go to Google, and we need to type IntelliJ, and we need to type download. So it will search us IntelliJ download website. So what you need to do, just click on this IntelliJ IDEA link, guys, and download the community version. Community Ultimate is the one which is paid, so we'll go with community. It has almost all the options which we require for automation, so no worry about it. So go to download, click on this. So it will start downloading the IntelliJ IDEA. So guys, IntelliJ download हो गया. So just what you need to do, you need to just click it as a simple installation. So I'm opening IntelliJ IDEA here. So once it opens, guys, it will show you this window. So आपको क्या करना है, सिर्फ next click करते जाएं and install this. This will be fairly easy. So after pressing next, it will ask me what is the destination folder. Just keep on pressing next and select 64-bit launcher if your window is 64, otherwise 32, and click on next, and then it will show JetBrains, and just press install here. Hi guys, so let's start the second step. First step is completed by now, where we have downloaded the IntelliJ community version. So what you need to do is just open IntelliJ. Just open your window pane and type IntelliJ. It will show you IntelliJ IDEA version. Just click on it. So it will start IntelliJ. So this is the welcome window. So here we need to start a Maven project. So click on new project and select Maven here. Keep everything as default. हमें कुछ भी इसमें से एक्स्ट्रा select नहीं करना. Just click on next, and here give a name to your project. So we'll give it a name like Selenium Intro, and just click finish. So if you see, the main window is started. So what we have in Maven is, in Maven, this is the heart of Maven. तो ये मेन फाइल है मेवन की, which is called pom.xml. So here is, this is the file where we'll be setting all the stuff for Maven, like हमें क्या dependencies चाहिए, क्या क्या हमें download करना है. So we'll just put the values here as XML, and we'll download. So I'll show you as we go forward. So let's start with the first step. So first step, just click on this project. Here it will show you your Selenium intro project. Just expand it. So this is the basic structure of Maven project. So उसमें क्या होता है, you have a main folder, and inside the main folder you have a Java folder and a resources folder, and under the test folder you have a Java folder and a resources folder also if you require. So you can also create resources folder here. Click on new and click on directory, name it resources, and just click enter, and just right click and click on this mark directory as, click on test resources root. So first of all हमें क्या करना है, we need to create a package. So package will be name of our company or our project जहाँ हम ये कोड बनाएंगे. So by default if you see it has given a group ID org.example in pom.xml. So change there, so we can change it to com.ysite and also create a folder new package here. Right click on Java, click new and select a package and give a name like same whatever we given in this pom.xml, com.ysite. You can give any name, whatever is your company's name or your project name. Enter. So it will create a folder here. Similarly, create same folder structure here in under test. So right click on Java folder under test and click on package and give same thing com.ysite. So the difference is in main Java folder we'll just put all the application related code and in test folder we generally put all the test related code. So because we are doing automation testing, so हम इसको ऐसे define करेंगे कि test के अंदर हम will put all the things which are required for testing and if there are some files which are related to page objects and all, so we'll put it under this main folder. So let's start. So first of all हमें ये दोनों फोल्डर बना लेने हैं इसके नीचे. Now we need to create a Java class and we'll name it browser driver. So हमें browser run करना है guys. So हमें एक class चाहिए which we want to handle browser. So जो भी browser चलेगा, Chrome, Firefox, anything. So this will be managed by this class. Got it?
So this browser driver class need to connect to any browser on your machine. So in this demo we'll be taking Chrome driver. So how this browser driver will connect to Chrome browser? It need a Selenium dependency. So that Selenium dependency we need to download. So let's go ahead and download it. So go to google.com guys and यहाँ you have to write Maven Selenium dependency. Just click it and select the first link from Maven repository and click on this Selenium Java and download the one which is highest usage. So 297 and 3.14 is a stable version, so let's download it. Of course you can download 4.0 but that is not recommended now because that can have some bugs, so better to go with the one which is stable. So this looks stable because most of people have downloaded it. So let's click on 3.141. तो वी कैन सी कि हमें इस यहाँ पे एक XML दिख रही है, तो जस्ट कॉपी दिस XML, क्लिक ऑन दिस, इट विल बी ऑटोमेटिकली कॉपीड एंड गो टू योर प्रोजेक्ट. सो वी नीड टू गो टू pom.xml. हम यहाँ एक टैग बनाएंगे डिपेंडेंसीज एंड अंडर दिस टैग विल पेस्ट वट एवर वी कॉपीड एंड प्रेस Alt Control L. इट विल reformat the code and align it correctly. So if you see, this library has been mentioned here, Selenium Java, but it has still not come in the external library. तो इसे लाने के लिए you can right click, go to Maven and click reimport. So it will download all the Maven dependencies. You can click on this button as well. Okay, let's go and go to browser driver. So we'll create a WebDriver object. So हम यहाँ WebDriver लिखेंगे and we'll create a driver object and we'll make it static because the same driver will be used throughout all the test cases. So we'll create it like private static WebDriver. हम नीचे क्या करेंगे, we'll create a method to return this object. So never return the object as it is, always use a method to return this object. Same like in जब आप घर पे होते हैं तो no, if somebody comes at your home, so he has to take your permission to take something from you, right? He should not go directly and pick up the thing कि ये मैं लेता हूँ. He should always ask somebody or go by the process. So good process is never ever make your variables public and until it is very necessary. But just make it private, और हम एक getter बनाएंगे. तो I'll make a public static WebDriver returning method, so that will be like getDriver, and here I want this method to take a parameter like which kind of browser it should return. So for that I'll create a enum. So enum, I'll say browser type, and under this I'll mention the kind of enum Chrome. So here you can type, you can create an object or browser type, and now somebody from outside or some class from outside will call this method like this: get driver browser type dot Chrome. So now what we'll do, we'll do a switch case. So you put a switch on this and you select like which browser you want to return. So under this we'll put all the cases like case Chrome. So what will happen here, I want to return a browser of type Chrome, but there is something else also. We'll come to that later, but let's start with this. So here I will say driver equal to create Chrome driver. Okay, this is right now red because this method is not there. We'll definitely create it. After that put a break, and here put default case, and default means if this browser type is not found, so what should be done. So in this case it should say we should throw error, throw new runtime exception browser type not found. So in case user pass incorrect values, it will throw this error. So you can have multiple browsers also, like here I can put Firefox, and then again I need to add a case for Firefox, and I will say driver equal to create Firefox driver, and then I will break it. Now there is one more thing. So you should only go into this switch case if the browser is driver is null. So let's make it null by default, and here we'll set if driver is not equal to null, then what should you do? Simply return the driver. So run driver. Okay, driver object. So what will happen? It will only come down here. This will be executed only if driver object is not null. So that means driver is not set. Then it will see, okay, what driver browser user have asked, okay, return that. Otherwise just return whatever already set. So what we are doing here, so we are creating a Chrome driver and we are creating a Firefox driver. So let's go to Chrome driver first and click on this and click on this bulb. When you click on this one, a red bulb will come here. Click on this arrow and click on create method. तो इससे क्या होगा, एक method बनेगा where you can return a Chrome driver. So to return a Chrome driver, we need to create the Chrome driver. So how you can create a Chrome driver? So you can just create like Chrome driver equal to new Chrome driver. Okay, and just return it, return driver. Or instead of creating Chrome driver, you should create WebDriver driver equal to new Chrome driver. So now here you also need to return driver. So other thing is you can also make it simple and make it just return new Chrome driver and just remove this. But this will not work as it is, because whenever you want to create a Chrome driver, you have to download a driver binary from the net. And to download the driver binary file, binary mean an executable file, you need to go to Google again. So let's go there. So here you need to go to Google and you type here Chrome driver download. Okay, and now go to this link, and here you will see there are a lot of versions here, 87, 86. So first of all you need to find out the version of your Chrome driver. So go to this three buttons here, click on this and go to help and about Google Chrome and find out the version. So in my case the version is 75. So what I need to do, I need to download the Chrome driver of version 75. So scroll down and see 75 version. So this one matches with my browser, so I need to click on this. And because we are using Windows, so we have three options. If you are running in MacBook, if you are running in Linux, or you are running in Windows. So I want to choose this one, so click on this and your Chrome driver will be downloaded. So my Chrome driver is downloaded. So what I need to do, I need to unzip this file. So let me go to the folder. So here is our downloaded file. You need to just extract it. So if you go inside this, you will see a Chrome driver.exe. So only you need to do is right click, copy this file, and here we'll paste it in our project. So right click here and paste. So better we'll create a folder here, right click, click new and create a directory. I will name it drivers and just put this Chrome driver, drag it to drivers so that it looks neat. So now this file is showing red, so let's improvise this. So it is saying create Firefox driver. So let me create this method and here I will return new Firefox driver. Okay, so for running Chrome we need to set a property. So let's set that property. So that is system.set property, and here we need to mention web driver dot chrome dot driver, and we need to give the path of this file. Which file? The one which we just put in drivers folder, chrome driver.exe. But remember here never give the path of your project directly, because this project could be run by multiple people in their machine and the path could be different. So how to find out the path of current folder? So it's very simple. So you need to create a string object and you will mention current project directory, and you need to tell it, you need to get the current project directory, current project directory path, and ये हम easily ले सकते हैं this from this variable system.get property user.dir. So it will give us current project directory path. So copy this and I will create another path. So it will say Chrome driver path. So it will be current project directory path plus, here you need to give separator. So we'll use files dot file dot separator plus, and the path is drivers chrome driver.exe. and this Chrome driver path you should mention here, Chrome driver path. Okay, cool. So now our Chrome driver is ready. So we want to try it out. How you can try it out? So very simple way, just to try it out, just click here and type here SOPSVM, public static void main, and click enter. It will create this method for you. And here what you need to do, you need to create a Chrome driver. So let's get that driver. So the class is the same class, browser driver dot get driver browser driver dot type dot Chrome. So what will happen here? It will return me a object of type Chrome driver. So why I am writing it in main? This is not the way to write actually. We'll write our steps in the test case, but this is just to show you how the things can run. So how you can validate whether your current file browser driver is working fine. So what you need to do is click on this button and click on run browser driver.main, and let's see what happens. So if you see, it has opened the Chrome browser, but nothing is happening here. It just opened me in the browser. And if you go back here, the process is closed, but the driver was not closed. So you always close your driver using driver.quit. So what it will do, it will open the browser and close it afterwards. And here we can try to test whether what commands we can run on this driver. So for example, I just say driver.get http www.wikipedia.org. So let's see if it opens the browser and connects me to Wikipedia. So you can also run from here. Another way is run from here again. So I'm just running it here again, and let's see whether it opens the Wikipedia for me. Cool. So it opened the Wikipedia and closed the browser. So it was very quick. So I think you might have seen it. So this is the way to check whether your browser driver is working. So we will be deleting this code. You can comment it because we don't need it. The correct way is do it through testng or JUnit, which we'll be using in next demo. Thank you guys for staying with me. If you have any question, ping me or put it in the chat. Thanks.